My God, One Piece.
I want to say, wow,
Say it.
that was just probably one of the best chapters I've read in probably the longest time of all of my manga period. Like, wow.
I had to
amount
cave. Oh, sorry. Do you want to start? You had.
Just the sheer amount of just everything that we've gotten with this chapter is that minus the fucking huge reveals of shit we've gotten, right? It felt like we basically just went through One Piece in the eyes of someone else.
Yeah, Roger's fucking side story.
Like we literally, it felt like we're not even reading the One Piece manga. We're reading like a spin-off series, like a light novel or something.
Yeah,
like that's what it feels like, and it's just fucking amazing. Like, holy shit! Like, wow.
I agree. So I had to read the shitty translation, and normally I don't do that because normally the officials come out like 2 days after, so I can wait. This one though, I was getting spoilers left and right on Twitter, so I just had to cave and read it. And I gotta be honest, the fact that Frankie met Oden fucked me up. Like, when I saw that shit, I was in my kitchen reading that, and I quite literally, I don't know why, sometimes you're just so overwhelmed with emotions you do some weird shit. I literally got out of my chair and fucking like laid on the floor and fucking like spun around. I was like, ah, my boy.
I had to make sure, like, wait, that was Frankie. Like, Frankie met, like, what? Frankie met Oden? Like,
and Roger. And Roger's crew, and it makes sense, obviously, because Tom built Roger's ship, but, like, I never knew that, they came back to visit, and the fact that Oden, do you realize, Frankie had an opportunity to sail with the Roger crew?
He did. It's crazy, yo.
I wonder if Frankie, because obviously he's young right now, I wonder if Frankie remembers that.
It's weird because you kind of have this weird thing of like, so Frankie, because it's funny, how come Frankie never mentioned anything till now,
I have
right?
a feeling, you gotta remember, man, Frankie's like probably less than 10 in this scene, okay? If you're like a 10-year-old, how many randos come up to you? You're not gonna remember every rando, so like, to me, I assume that to Frankie, like, Frankie probably just looked over and he was like, oh, it's some weird guy Tom knows, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it. It's just wow. It doesn't feel real. Like, I was like, wait.
It's got massive fanfic vibes, but when fanfics be canon, it's like, oh shit.
Oh wait, he met Roger, bro, and Oden. That's fucking crazy. That caught me off guard. I was like, wow. Because it's just like we're seeing characters we only see through Luffy's eyes. So seeing them through Oda and Roger's eyes, it's like, wow,
it's something special for sure.
Like, extreme difference. So I want to comprehension's gonna have to fucking explain.
I got you.
So this Buggy and Shanks panel, right? So I like it, because
we knew that Buggy didn't go to Raftail. Otherwise, he would. Buggy's the kind of motherfucker that if he knew how to get to Raftail, he would have gotten the One Piece himself by now because he's greedy.
Yeah. So Oda, he owed this man Buggy before we go, because it makes sense, right? Buggy is the type of character that would literally go to Raftail by himself, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, so it's kind of like because now that we know that he was on his crew, it makes sense. Like, wait a minute, if Buggy has been on Roger's crew for fucking forever, why did Buggy should know some information about Raftail, right? Mm-hmm. So we know that this nigga was sick on the day.
Yeah, and this is something that the fandom had assumed this for a while. Like, even before this chapter, like, I was literally sitting here like, he's got to explain why. Like, it was basically confirmed. Like, it's just Buggy's the kind of guy that we know would go and fucking get the One Piece if he knew it. So it was just, to me, it was like practically a confirmed fact that he didn't go to Raftail, and I was just sitting here waiting for the confirmation of that, and here it was.
Yeah, so
yeah, Oda reached his fucking hand into the cannon, and he was like, "No, Buggy, you don't deserve this."
That's so funny to me, bro. That's so
Buggy. Like, this is man. Like, why do you think this motherfucker's so salty all the time?
Because it's crazy. Because it's just like you know that like that'd be like getting sick before like a really good family vacation. You have to stay home with like your aunt.
Oh, that
right?
sucks ass. Think about all that the One Piece and Raftel means. It's like literally you find out about like the biggest secrets in the world. You find out about why the government exists, the fucking origins of potentially the origins of humanity. Like who knows how far Oda's gonna go in this, but like it would essentially be like finding the missing link in our world. Like, oh my god, we found it. Like this is ultimate proof that X religion is real, or ultimate proof that this evolution theory is real. Like the vibe I get from this is he says like let me actually, I haven't read the official translation yet. I've just kind of skimmed it. We learned the entire
manga app.
Oh, I'm going to it right now. So yeah, we learned the entire truth of the world. What the 100-year void is, what the people of the D are, what the ancient weapons are, fucking everything, bro. It's like Oda fucking gave us a list. Like, here's all the shit you're gonna find out in the final arc of One Piece. And like, the fact that Roger's reaction was to laugh is fascinating, because that opens up so many things. Like, is he just laughing because that's the kind of man he is? Is he just laughing because like, you know, some people took it in a literal direction. They were like, okay, is he laughing because it's funny? But I almost take it in more of like that's just the kind of man Roger is. Like, you know, I think he was more laughing because his journey was over. He did it, right? So like, you know, if I completed a big goal, like let's say I run for something in the future, like a big like Congress position, and I win or something, I would probably be like, I did it. You know what I mean? And like, so yeah. I almost see the laughing as less about what he saw and more about just the kind of guy Roger was like, oh my god, we did it. And I think it was just like we know now. And to me, you know, flashbacks to Logan Paul and the Suicide Forest, I think like it very well possibly could be some horrific knowledge. But like they're just laughing because like, fuck, this is knowledge we have now, and there's nothing we can do about it. You know, like it's just knowledge we have, and I'm gonna die in like a month in Roger's case. I don't know. What do you think?
Because when I first thought about it, I was just kind of like, is he laughing because it was funny? Like,
Joy Boy's dick pic.
Because my thing is my first thought process to this was just like, why did Oda make him laugh? Like, was what he left behind funny? Was it like kind of like because my whole thing was just like, it won't be gonna be a joke, and that really it. Like, I don't know.
No. Okay, are you ready? I wasn't gonna fucking reveal it this quickly, but I read a theory that is so goddamn good, I almost consider it a spoiler. Like, I am convinced this theory is legit. Are you ready?
All right, let me hear it, bro.
Okay, so you've heard at least the chunk of the theory that the One Piece is going to be some means to destroy the Red Line, therefore destroying the barriers between all the seas, making the world one piece.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that theory, right?
I've never heard of that theory.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about this.
No,
okay. So you know how the One Piece world is like a big grid, like there's the Grand Line and the Red Line, and that literally separates the four seas. So that's why there's North Blue, South Blue, East Blue, West Blue, and those seas are separated, and it's very hard to get from one sea to another. You know that, right?
Yep.
Okay. There's been a big theory in the One Piece community for a long time, and I know I've talked to you about it. Maybe you've forgotten that the One Piece, as it's named, would be some means to destroy the Red Line, making the world one piece again. One of the theories I've heard is that like the world government somehow with like ancient technology that we'll learn about in the flashback created the Red Line, because the Red Line's that doesn't make sense as a natural continent. It's like one big wall of rock. Like, can we both agree that looks artificial and man-made as fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, conveniently, the government's headquarters is on the top of it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the theory goes that the One Piece is basically going to involve all of the ancient weapons. You bring together all the ancient weapons and you bring them to Raftel, and there's some sort of thing that like utilizes the ancient weapons in order to destroy the Red Line. And that's what the Clan of D created the ancient weapons for, and whatever the One Piece is, to destroy the Red Line. Because that would, if the Red Line destroyed, it would destroy Marijois, which is on top of the Red Line, and it would also destroy Fishman Island, which is directly below the red line. And remember the prophecy about Fishman Island being destroyed, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Noah is a boat that Joy Boy left there, and the whole point of the Noah is to help the residents of the Fishman Island escape when the red line is collapsing onto Fishman Island, destroying Fishman Island. And then that will be, but since the world government will also have been toppled, the fishmen will be able to live on the surface at that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I blowing your mind yet?
It seems like it's all coming
Not
together.
done yet. It gets better. Here's why Roger left. So, you know how in this chapter they talk about how, hey, Poseidon, it doesn't exist right now because it's only born every couple hundred years into a maiden mermaid, remember?
Yeah.
You need all 3 ancient weapons in this theory. In this theory, you need all 3 ancient weapons in order to activate whatever the One Piece is to destroy the red line, right?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine Roger gets to Raftel, and whoever is there, or whatever is there, basically tells him, hey dude, congratulations for getting to Raftel. Unfortunately, because you only have 2 of the 3 ancient weapons, you can't do it. It'd be like in a video game where you get to an area and it's like, no, you can't enter this place till you have this item. That is why he left.
Oh.
Because he had the
So you're saying
unfortunate
he laughed
situation.
because-
Think about how dark that would be, how sad that would be. He did the work to get there, but because of his fucking disease and because of being born in the wrong generation, he couldn't fulfill it. So he had to, push that to someone else, some other generation, and Luffy will be the one to fulfill that.
I can dig it.
I love that.
So who made this theory?
This is an amalgamation of a million. So the One Piece being the thing that destroys the red line, that theory has existed for a while, and people have used Sanji's dream, the all blue, because that would also create the all blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that theory's existed for a long time, but now that we found out about how Poseidon only exists every couple hundred years, Tekking brought up that part of the theory that, hey, maybe he's laughing because he got to this place and they were like, nope, you can't activate it because you don't have Poseidon, because Poseidon doesn't exist in the world yet. You know what I mean?
Okay. So
I
Poseidon
think that's fucking genius.
Shirahoshi. So Poseidon is Shirahoshi.
Yes. Because think about it, when Poseidon is fully, realized, basically Shirahoshi is going to be able to control every Sea King in the world. That's a massive force. You've seen how big these fuckers get.
Yep.
And remember, too, you want what the Sea King's main job is going to be during this moment where the red line gets destroyed, that I'm almost confirming at this point, is they're going to be the ones that are carrying the ship with all of the fishmen in it to the surface when the red line is collapsing onto Fishman Island. Because you do know, I don't know if you've seen the map recently, Marijois, like that fucking place, like that the place where Reverie took place, where all the slaves are, and like the Marines, and like the Gorosei and Imsama, that's directly above Fishman Island. Like Fishman Island is below the red line, and literally directly above it is where that place is. So you destroy the red line, that's world government, the main building of the world government's toppled, fishmen are freed. The Madame Charlie prediction is fulfilled. Luffy being responsible for destroying Fishman Island, which sounds evil, but it's actually going to be good because he's destroying Fishman Island in order to free them. You see where this is going?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
It's actually really well thought out for a theory. Too thought out, actually.
No, this is a theory that's existed for a long time, and it's been built upon over the years. Now, obviously, Oda's a smart guy, and he's actually said in interviews before, if anyone ever...
Oh, my God. I can see Oda just like, oh, nice theory. It'd be a shame if I write something completely
No, and it's funny that you say you can see him doing that, because he's literally, I was just about to tell you, he's said in interviews before, if anyone ever figures it out exactly, he will change it.
Oda.
Right?
Oh, best mangaka.
It's a mad lad move.
Fucking mangaka. This is fucking see, that theory was okay, but Oda saying that fucking hypes me up. That
right?
hypes me up. That alone fucks the whole theory. Oda is God. Let me just pull this man's pants down
Now,
real quick.
to clarify
It's
though, that
such
doesn't
an
mean that he
imaginary-
would like make it
right?
completely different. Like certain elements can be accurate. It just means it's not going to be like exactly. You know what I mean?
That's fucking great. Let me just pull this man's pants down real quick.
Just give it a good old
a little gargle because
Get a little gargle. Gargle a little bit.
Grug is so good because it's just like what like it's like he has so many ideas. It's crazy to me because like I can see Oda's the type of person that have like about like how like there's certain video games where there's like 24 different endings. Like Oda.
Oh yeah, that's Oda's brain, bro. So yeah,
If Oda video game, if Bandai Namco came to Oda and said, "Hey Oda, we want you to direct a fully One Piece game, like from once One Piece ends, right? Hey, we want to make a full One Piece game that tells the beginning to the end, like kind of how Cyberknight Connect 2 is doing for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, right here, trying to revolutionize the Dragon Ball franchise in video game form. If they did something like that to One Piece,
we need some alternate
Oda's
universe
like,
One Piece. We need some alternate universe One Piece stories.
About like 50 endings to the game, right?
Yeah,
like
no,
Oda's
that's the implication that I got from that interview too. I have a feeling that he has like a bunch of endings planned and like already, and then like he could like switch and choose between which one he wants to use depending on like what the audience will at least expect.
At that point, I mean, we already knew this, but at that point, the man's just a genius. Like on the same level.
Oh, he is.
Like,
he is already a genius. There's no denying this.
Like he's on the same level as like what people consider genius, like
Shakespeare.
George R. R. Tolkien, Shakespeare, fucking what's the bitch name? Me, Harry Potter.
J.K. Rowling, who's now in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling. Separate artists from the art, but yes, she's known as a
I agree.
A bunch of shit, right? So it's just something like that. So I can see it. I definitely can see it because Goda is just amazing. So I feel like this chapter is just us reminiscing about like okay, let me go here. Let me go see here. Okay, so I like how Charlie at age 3 is just telling fortunes, and like her fortunes alone is fucking up Fishman Island.
Yeah, she's like, by the way, here's who you got to marry. Sorry, it's just how it's gonna be. What I'm really a fan of is how they're like, hey, they're like celebrating like the fact that he's gonna have a daughter, and he's like, I'm not even married yet.
So apparently the princess, who was the queen, was a fucking delinquent, sort of. Like she was like a fucking she was your type of girl, my boy.
You talking Otohime?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Do you not remember Fishman Island, bro? We knew this.
She was your type of girl, bro. Political.
Yeah, oh yeah, no. Otohime was 100% best girl. She was going around getting fucking petitions signed. She was doing protests, man. Like, oh hell yeah. Like, and, oh yeah, no, 100%. Like I can imagine. Like, oh my god, fucking. I didn't even think about this until now. You're right, man. Like fucking young Otohime. Holy fuck. Oh shit. Like,
bro,
slide into that girl's DMs real quick.
Just fuck her before Neptune marries her.
She's got that like frail small body type, which I'm into. Like the Ruki Akuchiki look. I'm in.
The petite.
I think it's because I hate how fat and big I am. I'm like attracted to the opposite of what I am. That's always been my rationale, at least.
It be like that sometimes. I just,
I never realized that's genuinely. I never thought it because we always talk about like who's the hottest One Piece girl, but like you never think about like personality wise, who's your waifu. I think you may have awakened a new appreciation for Otohime.
As I do, as always. Anyway,
yes. Man. Political protest. All right, but yeah, that's awesome. I also love that she tells him exactly when Shirahoshi's going to be born and all that bullshit. They find now. Here's what's interesting. They find so how obviously right now Luffy and the crew they're looking for all of the Rio poneglyphs. That's the 4 red ones that will lead them to Raftel, right? They have the one obviously in Zou. One of them, Big Mom, had, and they got the rubbing for, and one of them is obviously in Kaido's possession, right? So we find out in this chapter, obviously, Oden was like, oh, one of them's in Wano. Nekomamushi is like, yeah, one of them's in Zou. So those are the ones, so obviously the Wano one is Kaido's, the Zou one is the one on the elephant, which we saw as well, and then the Big Mom one. But you know what obviously we as an audience don't know where the fourth one is right now, but as we see in this flashback, the fourth one back in Roger's day was in Fishman Island, next to the Joy Boy letter poneglyph. You see that?
Yeah.
But now it's been moved. It's been moved somehow. Someone fucking moved that shit, and we have no idea where that fourth one is in current day, but in Roger's day it was in Fishman Island, which is interesting.
So who do you think could have moved it? Probably the world government, but I don't know who's strong enough to probably do that.
I don't know. Potentially...
The poneglyph is under the big straw hat.
I don't know. I wonder if the world government has one or not. Like the theory I've liked for a long time, just because it's so out there, and it would remind me of like early One Piece days, where like anything could happen. You know, like in early One Piece days, where it was like, by the way, there's a fucking island in the sky, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, I still want this. I still want this to happen. I don't know if it will. I want it to be on the fucking moon. Okay.
Oh, right, Neil. See, we gotta go.
Listen, bro.
Neil. That's where we're going to. Luffy punching the moon. Shit.
Bro, think about it. Well, first of all, you gotta have Luffy punching the moon in order to power scale him against Naruto. Everyone uses that fucking thing where they extracted Naruto's chakra and it blew up some of the moon or some shit.
That he is only continental. People take that shit way too seriously.
Also, the moon in Naruto world's like hollow or something.
Yeah, I think artificially made shit is fine depending on how it's used. Like you know how Bowser in Mario Galaxy artificially made a sun, right? And when it blew up and turned into a black hole, and that's technically correct, scientifically correct, because once a star dies, it turns into a black hole. So that makes
true,
right? So, but so yeah. But I mean,
Thurman do his rant right now.
It's whatever.
Point being, here's the thing. Eneru went to the moon. I don't know if you ever read the cover stories, because that was back when you were the anime only bitch. But in the cover stories, Eneru went to the moon. He found like a fucking race of he found like a bunch of like automatons, like robots that were built by the previous people who lived on the moon, and it's implied that the previous people who lived on the moon were the ancient ancestors of the Sky Island people, right? Like the people with the wings. Hello?
Yeah.
They used to live on the moon a long time ago. Some of them came down to the surface. That was the Shandorians, the ones that were living on Jaya. Some of them stopped in the Sky Island. That was the I don't remember the other fucking race name. But then obviously they got reunited when Jaya got knocked up by a knock-up stream, right? But either way, their people used to be on the moon. So that means the moon, and we've seen Eneru on the moon. The moon has an atmosphere. You can breathe on the moon. He also was able to get to the moon, not with a rocket ship or anything, but just like a flying propeller ship. Remember?
I thought he just jumped.
No. His ship made it there.
I thought he just jumped.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
That's what I heard back when I was first starting One Piece. That's what I heard. That's a spoiler.
Go read the fucking cover page. Like you know the cover stories we get. Like go back and read the Eneru one, man. Like, he flew to the fucking moon in, like, a propeller ship. So that says a lot of things. That means, one, the One Piece moon is clearly a lot closer to the planet than our moon. Two, space you can breathe in, apparently. Like, it says a lot about One Piece space and One Piece moon. So, like, come on. Let the Straw Hats go to the moon. I want it. It's dumb, but I need it. Tekking has a video on this. Like Tekking 101. Look up Tekking 101, One Piece moon. He's broken it all down. I would love it.
It's definitely, it's not out of the realm.
That would be such a fucking Mad Lad move. Like, the one thing you don't expect from One Piece, fucking space travel.
Because, I mean, it's not so out of the ordinary, right? Because a lot of people are just like, I know, because it's the same thing what happened to Dragon Ball, right? Like, a lot of people are like, oh, aliens, Goku's an alien, what's the point? Was Mongols about martial arts? But I'm just like, I mean, you have characters blowing up moons, and you have a fucking green character that's spitting out eggs and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
also, we already fucking like we've seen like a globe of the One Piece planet back in like Robin's flashback. The One Piece planet has like 7 moons. Like, it's already fucking weird and like different and spacey.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not out of the realms of it. I think people are just being stupid.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, other things. First of all, young Madam Shirley is fucking adorable. Holy fuck.
Young Madam,
she's just chibi, and I love her. I also love how Roger's like, I'm not gonna try to go after your daughter.
Oh yeah, kidnap her.
Like, it's just funny
I
because
mean,
like this, you're unborn, like you're literally not even just like unborn, like someone's pregnant with her. You're to be born in 10 years daughter. Like, don't worry, I ain't gonna go after your daughter. Like, I don't know. I took that maybe I'm bad for taking it this way, but I took it as like because he's a pirate, right? And he's like a charismatic dude. So like I took it as like the kind of joke, you know, fathers always protect their daughters. Like I took it as like Roger, like, don't worry, I'm not gonna try to date your daughter. I ain't gonna steal her from you. It's like, dude, she's not even born. She's negative 10 years old. You can't be making jokes like this.
I'm real. Even then, like you're gonna be dead in a year. You don't even have the
I think
chance.
that was the point. He was like, yeah, I mean, I'm not. Clearly, I'm not going to because I got one last thing to do here.
That's crazy. That's actually because how old is Roger officially?
Oh God, I don't know. Hold on, I'm looking. Goldie Roger is going to the wiki. He is 53 when he died, I think.
52. Wow, he was kind of young actually.
I'm just trying. That's what the wiki says. I'm hoping that's not just like some dumb shit. Like that's how old he would be.
Yo,
That would be pretty dumb.
that is funny. Yo, that's fucking hilarious.
Oda reveals that Goldie Roger would have been 77 in the current timeline, so he died at age 53. Got it.
Okay. Wow, that's some math there. That is some math.
Mad D math. Okay, let's see here. Back to the chapter. Okay, I like that they sang Bink Sake, reminding us that is like a well-known pirate song. That was awesome.
Yeah. That's fucking great. Bro, that shit is in my head, bro. Every time I saw the yo-ho-ho shit, I was like, bro.
You tell me you saw the dub of Bink Sake. It's so good.
Yeah, I did.
That shit never fails to make me cry. And also, the voice actor of Brooke is Ian Sinclair, who is like literally the Funimation's best voice actor, without a doubt.
I've heard of it. I heard that name. I have to figure out what his other works are.
Oh my god! Like he just has a range that like no one else has. And like, okay, have you seen the Fire Force dub?
No.
Okay, well in Fire Force he voices the mad scientist dude with the curly hair.
Huh? He voices Best Boy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who else you would know him from. In Assassination Classroom, he voices the Reaper.
Oh, okay, I know who that is.
Who else would I know him from? I don't know. You'd have to. I just let me actually. I'm looking up the list right now. We're doing it live. I find that he's got like such a good voice. I mean, you obviously know Brooke, right? Like you can imagine his voice.
Yeah.
Ian like, oh hello, and he's like good at singing too. Like, did I tell you? Oh, here's a fun fact I can tell everyone. When I went to last year's con, were you there when I met Buggy the Clown's voice actor? It must have been the year before you came, right? Mike McFarlane, the same guy who voices Master Roshi.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't there.
So he is the ADR director for most Funimation stuff, right? As in, he's the guy behind the booth that's like directing them, telling them how to shout, how to feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I asked him about Bink Sake because he was the director for that scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he told me about how Ian Sinclair was so specific about getting that right because Ian Sinclair is a singer, and he told me about how Ian was like really passionate about that scene to the point where like even when Mike thought it was good, Ian was like, no, I want to do that again, and he stayed at like overnight to like do it like over and over again to get it perfect.
Oh shit, perfectionist.
I love it. Okay, Ian Sinclair's work. I'm just gonna go through shit I recognize. You ever watch Future Diary?
Just the first episode.
Okay, well, Future Diary is good as fuck.
I'm gonna read the manga.
Oh my god, I hate that you've become an elitist. I really do. Yeah, you see it? You guys see how that's happened right now? He in Dragon Ball Super he's Whis.
Oh, that okay.
Yeah, you know his voice.
Also,
Oh my God, he's Dandy in Space Dandy.
Oh, that guy! I fucking love him.
I told you, he's got you know, you see what I mean when I say he's like their best voice actor. You need to watch the Fire Force dub. Like the way he talks as the fucking mad scientist guy, like he has such a range. He's like, well, you know, he's able to do this kind of stuff with his voice, but it sounds so natural.
I love him. Like he's on the same level of low for me. Like some of my favorite like voice actors, like Tara Strong, Phil Lamar, Johnny Young Bosch, Yuri Lowenthal, Nolan North.
Yeah,
like
Ian
people
Sinclair
like
is fucking phenomenal. I would die if I could meet him. I have his autograph. But I didn't get to meet him. That was my ex-girlfriend went to a con and got his autograph for me. So I have his autograph on my wall. I just never got to meet him myself, unfortunately.
I wonder if he's going. Is he going to this con that I'm going to here in February? Let me see.
That'd be one hell of a coincidence, wouldn't it? What's the name of the guy from Fire Force, the mad scientist guy? I want to find like a fucking line from him. Hey.
I forget.
Bruh. Fake
I
Fire
forget.
Force fan. Fake Fire Force fan.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, but I'm caught up with the manga.
Fake Fire Force fan.
And one manga volume from it, but okay.
Alright, I'm seeing if I can find like his clips here.
Let's see. Gaku Space, Johnny Cruz, Jin Kong, Charlotte Chung, Paul. I don't know about that.
Damn it, where is it, man? I don't know what the fucking guy's name is. What's up?
Colleen Klinkenbeard. No, that's
Colin. No. He's good too.
I said Colleen Klinkenbeard.
It's Colin, but okay.
Whatever. She voices Momo and Luffy and Urza.
Oh, I would fucking die if I got to meet Luffy. She does good as Luffy.
Yeah, I'm meet her. David, Marta Turanga. He voices Todoroki in the My Hero Academia dub.
Oh shit.
Monica Rial.
Wasn't she at the Grand Rapids one?
Who?
Oh wait, no, Monica Rial. Isn't she the one that like wasn't there like a bunch of Twitter controversy about her?
Yeah, she's the one with the Vic Mignogna shit.
Oh boy, she's gonna be at the con that you're going to?
Yeah.
Don't be cringe.
Don't be cringe. Like I said, I don't hate any of them.
You go up and be like, bitch.
No, see here.
Did you dare disgrace our Lord and Savior Vic Mignogna, representative of all testosterone-filled heterosexual Christian men?
I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm not, because I'm a real. I love you, David, but I'm real. If David went to Grand Rapids, they would probably be like, "You're a fucking scum" or something like that.
No, I thought, but isn't David like on the side of? I thought David was like a Vic hater.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If Vic Mignogna was, he'd probably come up and
that's
be
what
like,
you call
you're
white knighting, folks. I just don't care either way.
But back to my point is, I don't hate any of them. I think that my point is, I just want the truth to come out. Whatever.
Let's not get into this.
So basically,
we've done so many videos on it.
So I don't have anything against them. So I actually like her work. She does really good at Bulma. I didn't know she was. I like her role as the girl from Soul Eater. She was the weapon for
Maka?
Black Star.
All I know is Maka.
No, she was the one.
I need to watch Soul Eater because I fucking love Fire Force.
Sean Schimmel, Chris Sabat. I have to see Chris Sabat because he's Zoro.
Jesus Christ, dude, there's a lot. Oh my God, you're seeing a lot of cool people. I'm fucking jealous. You realize Sean Schimmel is Goku?
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, but I'm only gonna see a few people though.
Victor Licht.
Troy
is the name
Baker.
Of that fucking scientist guy.
Yeah.
See, now, you may be thinking, audience, that we're off topic. No, this is all from Bink Sake, because we went to Ian Sinclair, who sang Bink Sake amazingly, and now I'm trying to find a line from Victor Licht.
So while he does that, I'm going to list all these other voice actors I'm going to meet.
I don't think they care.
Troy Baker? Yes, they do, bitch. Shut the fuck up. All my Vegas people do. Nolan North. Deadpool.
Tell them what con you're going to and when it is, because maybe if one of our fans happens to be there, go stalk him.
Level Up Expo, video games, anime, technology, comics at the Las Vegas Convention Center from February 21st to 23rd.
Go meet him. Go meet Thurman. If you meet Thurman in real life and send us a picture, we'll fucking talk about you and put you in the channel.
Naruto's voice actor is going to be there.
Ooh.
You're
Listen.
Personally, I would very much So, how'd it go?
Use the stuff I had you
I
make
love
for me.
how he.
The results were more than satisfactory.
That's the other guy.
I did a little digging into Special Fire Force Company 8.
I love. He fucking articulates his voice so like, but like it doesn't come off as forced. I love him.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck your anime. Back to the chapter.
Last one, Yuri Lenthal. I'm gonna meet him too.
Oh, he was at the Grand Rapids Con one time.
Oh yeah, and you fucking rub that shit in my face. Now I'm gonna rub the shit in your face, bitch.
Okay, so Toki falls ill. They have to bring her back to Wano. And I need to see what the fucking official translation is here, because I'm hoping it's as funny as the shitty one. Oh, that's not as funny! Scoundrel. That's garbage. Listen, bro.
They call him scoundrel, right?
In the unofficial in the shitty translation, they called him scum. They were like, scum! And then Roger was like, scum.
Well, I thought Odin called Roger scum because he took the poneglyph. One more time you cut out.
No. It's just, they're calling him scum because he's like straight up leaving his country and all. Like, they literally just got to Wano. And they're like, hey, here's my sick wife and children. And they're like, please come back and lead the country. We've been waiting for you for fucking years. Oh my God, please. And then he's like, nah. And obviously he has reasons to be like, nah. But, you know, it is a kind of a scum move.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and obviously we know now that because of him not coming back, shit's fucked up. Because here's the thing, we see that already the fucking pollution in the factories are starting. You see that shit?
Yeah, I saw.
So, like, that shows that, like, shit's getting bad, and obviously Kaido hasn't showed up yet, is my assumption, right? So, like, I have a feeling that when by the time, because he says in his little monologue here that the next time he shows up, he wouldn't get as good of a... Yeah, I could sense that if I turn my back, I would never go to sea again. Yeah, no, he says, wait, where is it at? See, now I'm worried, like, what's real and what's not, because I read that shitty translation. In the shitty translation, he talked about how the next time he came back, he wouldn't get as good of a welcome. I don't know if that's real or not, but either way, like, I have a feeling that when he comes back, because it will be at least another year, shit's going to be so bad, and Kaido's probably going to be there, like... This is one of those turning points of history where if he did come back there and he took back the throne, because I have a feeling Orochi wouldn't be able to stop him from that without Kaido's help, let's be honest. Yeah. I have a feeling if he decided to stay and come back to Wano right now, he could have like put Wano back on track. But because he didn't, shit got worse and worse and worse. And now I'm starting to realize, like, you remember back in the beginning of this arc where I think it was Sentomaru, the really big fat guy, was like super angry. It was like you realize how much shit we went through and how long we had to wait. Like, I'm starting to see why his retainers were getting more and more upset with him, is because like they sat through a lot of suffering and shit for his own selfish desires. And again, I get it why he's going. Like, he's seeing the world. He's helping this amazing man Roger, who he's met, and he's seen how amazing Roger is, and He's helping him to find out the secret of the world, and he gets to find the secret of the world. I get why he went, but it is like semi-scum, and so it's kind of I don't know. It's interesting. It's very conflicting.
Yeah. I mean, do you think was Odin really needed to go to Raptil though? Was that like a thing?
Yes. Roger needs him to read the poneglyph.
Okay, so yeah. I mean, it was a lesser either way.
No, no. I mean, Odin literally, like, Roger could not have read the poneglyph. Like, here's the understanding I get is Roger has the voice of all things, so he can get like a very general vibe of what a poneglyph says, but he cannot read it exactly because he doesn't know the language like Odin does.
Yeah.
So like we saw a scene in a couple chapters ago where like they were walking up to the poneglyph in Sky Island, and he was like, oh, it mentions something about a treasure, right? And then Odin's like, yeah, it does, and here's what it says, right? So he, like, Roger gets, like, a general vibe because he has the voice of all things, but he can't read it like Odin can.
Yeah. Oh, well, shit. All I can say is it's weird because, you know, Odin wasn't able to, because if anything, I know it's stupid, but why can't the kid up Whitebeard was like, oh, hey, Whitebeard, you know, my country's like falling down a little bit. Come back and handle the shit real quick. Handle Kaido for me real quick.
Well, I mean, I don't think he knows about Kaido, and maybe we'll find out. The flashback isn't over. Oda's not one to forget shit like that. We might find out.
Because, like I said, my shit still stands.
No, you're right, and that is good to stand. And we'll see. I don't think Oda's gonna forget that. I have a lot of trust in Oda. I don't think he'll forget that.
Yeah, because Whitebeard, fuck, he went to war for Ace, for Christ's sakes. I highly doubt if he knew Oda was in trouble, he wouldn't be on the first thing smoking. I'm
almost gonna guess that like there was a weird pride thing where Odin was like, no, don't. I don't know why. I wonder. Like, we'll have to see. But, like, either that or, like, it's possible Whitebeard didn't know, because obviously no news or information gets in or out of Wano. But I certainly hope that Oda gives some sort of explanation. I agree with you.
Yeah, because that shit it's pretty big, man. Like,
I agree.
Because see, that's a very big, like, hole. Because we know, it's been established from the beginning how Whitebeard is with his crewmates. And, like, we see in this flashback that he clearly cares for Odin as much as he cares for fucking everyone else as his crew.
Yeah.
So, and we know that Whitebeard literally went to war for Ace, so why wouldn't you do the same for Odin? So hell, you can even say like Whitebeard did go and he lost or some shit like that, right? Like, cause it
right. I mean, Whitebeard's strongest man in the world, Kaido's strongest creature in the world. So I mean, it could be implied that Kaido would be like have a slight edge on him.
Yeah,
but who knows? I mean, we'll see. Like I said, I don't know. Like, it could be a stalemate between them. Maybe. I really don't have a good reason. Like, Oda really has to come through with an answer on that one. I agree with you.
That's interesting, man. Definitely have to wait and see.
Let's see. We see. Man, there's so much shit here. We see Pedro. We see Pedro like, oh man, I hope I can help. But then Roger's like, oh, you can help by killing yourself one day. He's like, okay. That's just sad, but also funny.
Wow.
Like you just look at little baby Pedro. It's like wow. What role? That fucking Rick and Morty like butter robot. Like, what is my purpose? Your purpose is to kill yourself to buy the Straw Hats 3 extra seconds.
Yeah.
That's your purpose, Pedro. You'll be remembered at the end when fucking Luffy is at Raftel. He'll be like, we couldn't have been here if it wasn't for Pedro blowing himself up. God damn it.
Oh my god, that's so fucking hilarious. It was just really fun, man. It was just a really fun. Like, it felt like it felt like just going back to memory lane. Just seeing One Piece through someone else's eyes.
That's how I felt. Like the last chapter where we saw Sky Island again, I almost cried. Like I teared up a little bit. And then Water 7, Water 7's my favorite fucking arc.
Yeah.
Water 7. By the way, I put them into one arc. Water 7 / Enies Lobby, my favorite fucking arc.
Oh yeah, that is your favorite, right? Give it a huh? I like it.
That's not your favorite arc. You disgust me.
Yeah. What?
I'm sorry. I don't know what you just said, but it sounded like you were doubting you were sleeping on Water 7 Enies Lobby.
Who the fuck said that?
Then what did you say, bitch?
No, I said I consider them one arc.
Oh, I thought, bro. I thought you were trying to say it wasn't your favorite arc, and I was like,
What? Why would
Some even people say Marineford's better. I say you're wrong.
Marineford? Depends.
It's not as good as Water. It's good. It's not better than Water 7 / Enies Lobby. This is facts.
Yeah.
This is facts I'm spitting.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's a preference. But Marineford and Enies Lobby are just two differences. You just have to. You have to. It depends on what you like more, depending on what you like.
And I like the arcs where, because we really got to focus a lot on the Straw Hats in that arc, whereas like nowadays Oda, he crams so many fucking characters in. As fun as that is, it's like I miss like the really getting to focus on a handful of characters,
Yeah.
But yeah, and so now I think the really cool part about this is now we understand why Raftail is named Laugh-Tail. And also all the fucking people that have been translating that wrong this whole time. Because, the whole thing with R's and L's in Japanese.
Yeah.
So, Laugh-Tail, this whole fucking time, this is why it's been called that. That's a big One Piece knowledge. Ever since we knew about Raftail, Laugh-Tail, That's huge.
Yeah. So he was able to do it without spoiling Raftel,
Yeah.
like he said, just like he wanted.
Good job, Oda. Also, one last thing. He says, "Oh, Joy Boy, I wish I'd been born in your time." It implies that like something to do with what was left on Raftel was left by Joy Boy.
So
all we know about Joy Boy is he's a guy who lived during the Void Century, and he had like a mermaid girlfriend that he was sad because the poneglyph that Robin found at Fishman Island was like a letter to his like mermaid girlfriend, essentially.
Oh yeah,
and his mermaid girlfriend was implied to be one of the first, if not the first, Poseidon user.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all we really know about Joy Boy. He's a dude that lived during the Void Century, so obviously he would have known about the Void Century.
Okay.
Let's see here. One last thing. I do want your reaction to this. I don't know if you've seen it. I'm hoping not, but maybe you have. I just think it's really funny. Go to your Facebook real quick.
Yeah.
You on your Facebook?
Yep.
Okay. This is fucking funny to me.
I saw that. I was like, should I take that? But the other one is more meme worthy. I'm being real.
That's such a good edit of it, though.
It is. I'll steal it anyway.
Because now you can use both, bro. You have both. You have the he didn't laugh, and you have the he laughed.
Yeah.
Also, did you see even Viz's fucking page memed it? They were like, when people say One Piece is too long to read, he laughed.
It's funny because they used the unofficial translation for that.
Did they really?
Because the official translation it says Roger just laughed, but the unofficial says
I'm pretty sure they used the official. I think I just quoted it wrong.
Oh, okay.
Let me because I retweeted it. Let me check. Yeah, no, they used their translation.
Okay. I'll call it like
that would be pretty funny though.
Viz just shot themselves in the foot. Wow.
That'd be funny. Oh man, I swear there was like some story about that one time where like it was like a advertisement for an anime and it had like a Kiss anime watermark or something.
Yeah.
Either way, I have to work in, let's see, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 hours. So I'm going to stop recording and say peace and go to sleep to go into work tomorrow. Do you have final thoughts and predictions, Thurman?
This chapter was a 9 for me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if it's 10 worthy or 9 worthy. It's
9.5 probably
one of the best One Piece chapters. It's just huge. It has huge ramifications for the story. Laugh Tale, obviously. I'm hoping that next chapter we find out about like, I don't even know, man. Like, we obviously, like what Thurman said, we got to figure out the Whitebeard shit. I want to find out more about like. See, now I don't know if it's probably too early to find out about Roger's final days and shit. That because I have a feeling we're gonna get a Roger flashback later, where it's actually more about centric on his life, not just the parts of his life that Odin was there for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe that should be saved for Roger's flashback. But I want to learn a bit more about Roger. But yeah, I guess we got to see Odin going back to Wano, seeing shit being incredibly fucked up, dealing with Kaido and Orochi being there. Obviously, we need to see Odin scarring Kaido, because that big scar that Kaido has is from Orochi. That big scar Kaido has is from Odin. So we got to see that happen. And then we got to see him be boiled alive, because that's what happened to him. He got boiled alive.
Oof.
Yeah. It was ironic, because his name is Odin, and that's what you do to make Odin. Like, that was the whole joke.
Oh, wow. We're boiling Odin!
Yep.
Ah!
So, like, that's why, like, if you go back and read Zoe, they kind of imply that was what happened, when Momo's having his, like, PTSD about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, a lot of interesting things to cover still, and, see, like, I'm equally excited for the end of this flashback, but I'm also now, like, itching, like, once the flashback's over, I'm very excited to get back to the crew again, because remember, last thing we saw was, like, we still don't know we kind of know what went down, right? Like, it was, like, the main fucking retainers were there, but no one else showed up, and then we saw that, like, Orochi, like, destroyed the bridges, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we're like, okay, what's gonna happen here how is the crew, how's the thousands of men they gathered gonna get there, and like how's the war gonna go. I'm very excited to see all of that. Like, new year of One Piece, and something that someone on Twitter pointed out that I think it's important to mention is this will be the last decade of One Piece. Think about it. One Piece ends this decade.
That's gonna be something great.
Oh my god. What a man. And I'm hoping to be here. Like, I want to be here reviewing that final chapter with you in, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, Thurman.
Okay.
What the fuck was that? Okay, bro. That was like I just got down on my fucking knee and proposed to you, and you were like, okay.
I did that on purpose. But yeah, man.
Bro.
I'm really hyped for that. Because you said you're going to take off work when One Piece ends, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%. The day that chapter's going to come out, taking work off. I might take a week off. I'm gonna need to recover, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know what? You know what? At that point, because obviously we're gonna have like such a like long build up to that. Like, they will announce that day like fucking months in advance. Like, this is the last chapter. I might take work off and fucking get a ticket and fly down to wherever you are, and then we can film the final review together.
Oh, I fucking love that shit. I actually love it.
We like go to a fucking beach or something and just like read the final chapter together and just cry.
Yeah, bro.
And then
no,
make out.
Yeah.
I had to slip the gay shit in there.
And with that,
oh, that's how it's ending. With hashtag not actually gay. Peace.
You had to do that for your roommates.
For you and your credibility.